7. So being that you're beginning guitar, most likely you're into blues type of stuff. And you learn the pentatonic scale and you know maybe a progression out of an A7 chord to an E7 and an E7. You know, not in that order, but those are the chords that are involved. So what are you thinking? Here's what you have to be mindful. When that A chord is going on, I don't care that the song is in the key of A, because the song being in the key of A, that major 7 is written in the notation, but that's not what's going on at all. It's an A7 chord. There's no major 7 involved. It's a flat 7. Really, the chord tones of an A7 are 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Repeats all over the place. Repeats all over the place on the fretboard. So that's what you need to be thinking. Where are those chord tones? But of course, if you solo and play like that, it's going to not sound good. So you got to mix stuff up. So let's go to that first scale that you learned, your pentatonic. You have those types of ideas that you can do, but blend them in with that major third. The major third is a good thing to blend in with. Anything will work as long as you're landing on something that makes sense. And if you know what the chords are, the notes that make sense, which is the 1, 3, 5, flat 7, those are going to be your resolution spots. Each one has a different feel, depending how you approach it, and what octave you're coming up from it, from the previous note. So that is all things to take into consideration. So if you gather anything from this lesson today, it's that, oh, an A7's going on? 1, 3, 5, flat 7 is my palette of the chord tones. How am I going to color that? So, I went off into the weeds there. What did I do? I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention, but let me try to recreate it. Oh, I know at one point I was doing the pentatonic stuff, but then I came in and I did this thing. What is that? A major triad, D major triad, G major triad. When I say major triad, it means the 1, 3, and 5 respective to all those notes I just called out. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. And I came back into the 1, 3, 5 of A, but going 5, 3, 1. So where did that knowledge come from? Because I understand the chord tones and I understand the triads are there. So you just see today that you learn that A7 triad is always going to work. That D7 is going to work if you go through it fast enough. This one is always going to work though. That G major triad, but it's not one to land on A. It works like this. Because now we got the third. And if you start thinking like that with the guitar, you're going to play so much better.